5 for you, Miss March.
Mrs. Kern, the Latin order is on the kitchen table. Thank you, Professor. Christopher Columbus, another publisher? Another rejection?
I do not know. I do not read your letters. But they keep arriving, and I keep bringing them to you.
And I keep hoping.
We all keep hoping for your success, Miss March. The entire boarding house keeps hoping. It was all on edge.
My dear Miss March, I read your story. He's read it. Unfortunately, I found your tale tasteless and vulgar, not at all suitable for my readers. My advice to you is...
My advice to you is to return home and have babies. This is what women were made for. Sincerely, F. Hutton.
22.
22?
22 rejections since I've been here in New York, and they all say the same thing. Go home, give up.
F. Putnam is an idiot. His words are stupid.
F. Putnam is one of the most powerful publishers in the city.
You mustn't lose face, Miss March. I am certain there will be someone out there who will love your story. I'm sure of it.
Professor, could I read my story to you? I would so respect your opinion.
Of course.
Actually, it's one of my best. It's a mean and stormy night. The moors are bleak and bloody. Thunder claps, lightning strikes. Fair Clarissa, her clothes in disarray, races across the wild coast of heath. Now she stops. Now she runs. Will she escape? Will she be caught? With bold determination, the villainous aristocrat, Braxton Prendergast, legends for her. There's no escape. She's but a child, and yet she turns to fight with eyes ablaze. This noble girl meets his gaze unafraid. She will not be defiled. Keep away from me, you rat!
Do not keep away. Your beauty draws me. Your passion unites me. I've got to have.
Rodrigo appears in magnificent splendor.
I am your destiny.
Your bitter restore. What was mine, 10 long years ago. You left me alone and forgotten. Now I'm back to settle the score.
Miss March! Tell me, what is it you are writing here?
Blood and gut stuff. It's all the rage. The magazines and periodicals are full of it.
Violence and seduction on every page?
Read Shakespeare. Read history. Read the newspapers.
It is getting late. Perhaps we should discuss this some other time.
No. I want to know what you think.
Blood and guts. What you think the world wants to hear? Miss March, if I've noticed nothing else about you, I've noticed you are unique. Some things you try not to forget. I think you could do better.
Better? What are you anyway? An aging German professor, close to 50?
I'm 34.
34? Well, you look a lot older.
I worry a lot.
And just what do you worry about?
How to avoid conversations such as this? I'll go to dinner. Miss March, since you have arrived here 6 weeks now, is it? You shout, you rant, you upset the whole order of the boarding house. I must be a peaceful man.
You're aloof, you're arrogant.
Arrogant? Miss March, I spoke my mind as you spoke yours. I'm sure that appreciated on either side.
Obviously. succeed, what will I do? Turn around, go back to Concord, leave me like behind and conquered. No, how dare he make me doubt the way I feel, doubt that each thrilling page is real. Aren't these words alive with passion, vivid as my attic, where it all began?
Joe, the girls at school were horrible to me. Charlotte Benton's in my dress is right and my nose is flat.
Joe, I hate to be the governess. I should be meeting eligible young men.
It's going to be a dismal Christmas. What with father away and no money for presents.
Dang, Amy, Joe has a surprise for us. Or was I better when I was home? Listen, everyone, I have risen to the occasion and written us an operatic tragedy.
And we're going to perform it for Christmas. No, I can't. Not with my flat nose.
Joe, do you really think we should? But with this awful
Of when have we let anything defeat us? Years from now, people will talk about us. One Christmas Eve, 4 penniless and ragged sisters put on an operatic tragedy for all the conquered, all of the conquered, filled with blood and guts. 2 massacres, a masked ball, and several heart-wrenching scenes. We'll dim the lights, the crowd will hush. We'll start the overture and Beth will surely blush. And when Clarissa starts to bleed, Christmas will exceed our finest dreams.
Joe, do I die again in this one?
Yes, maybe you will die like none before. The world will shudder when your body hits the floor. For when Rodrigo makes you believe, Christmas will exceed our finest dreams. Now Amy, as Clarissa, only passion is permissible. This tragedy depends on the fire in your eye. And Beth, when you're the mother, you'll be noble, you'll be pure. All hearts will melt the moment mother cries. Let us begin.
Aha! Mother, dear mother, do not cry.
No, Amy. Expression from the heart. Mother. Oh no, dear mother, do not cry.
Mother! Oh, no! Joe, I am teased and ridiculed at school, and all that concerns you is your silly little tragedy.
I know you're tired. I know it's hard. We will triumph when Rodrigo yells on guard. Touché! Our success is guaranteed. Christmas will be thrilling. Christmas will be gory. Christmas will exceed our finest dreams. I made an important decision today. As you all know, I've been writing stories forever, and with much satisfaction, and people seem to like what I write.
We love it, Joe.
Absolutely. So I've decided I'm going to become a world-renowned writer. I shall write great books that earn barrels of money, give you all everything you've ever dreamed of.
Joe can do anything.
We must promise to remain just as we are, solid, like a fortress. No matter what happens, it must always be the 4 March sisters forever. Forever! Come, let's rehearse. Christmas write President Lincoln tonight. Another.
I want you to get Annie Moffat to invite me to her St. Valentine's Day ball.
I'll bring her bloody neck if she doesn't. Another.
I want you to get us a Christmas tree.
Rodrigo will go chop one down. Immediately.
Where?
There, across the way.
But that's on Mr. Lawrence's property. You'll go to prison for it.
Prison? What care I of prison?
My dear wife, the war goes on and on. The end seems nowhere in sight. The days are difficult and long, but I am well. He's well. Still, it is very lonely away from my dear ones. Especially lonely as Christmas is approaching. Each night in my tent, I think of my precious girls. He thinks of us. Give them all my love, and give them a
and we'll need an oleo curtain for you to paint.
And will you perform something too, Marnie?
Do, Monty. I'll write something thrilling for you, with passion and daring.
Yes, I will. We'll make this the best Christmas ever. We marsh women are invisible. Now come, let's get to work. I'll get my paints.
I'll look for a costume for Marcy and I'll present the handbag. You'll not know why we couldn't have captured the tree.
Don't trifle with me, Josephine. You were dawdling.
I wasn't dawdling. I was writing a story.
You are what happens to a girl when she has no father.
I have a father.
Never here when you needed him. And now my nephew has the audacity to be an army chaplain when he can't even support his own family. Josephine, look at me. You are on the verge of womanhood.
Christopher.
And just look at you. You go about writing senseless stories, constantly trying to save the world, and you can't save yourself.
I don't need saving.
There are many pitfalls a girl can fall into, and Josephine, you're headed towards all of them. I want to see you shine. Even if you're not rich, you can at least marry well.
I'll never marry.
You'll marry. All girls marry.
I'm not all girls.
Well, with good marriage, you can have power. You can take your place in society.
I don't give two figs about society.
And there is no point in our having this conversation. It is clear to me that I could never take you to Europe.
Take me to Europe?
It was an idle thought of mine.
Do you know how important it is for a writer to travel? It's been my dream on March.
We earn our dreams in this world, Josephine. Just flirt with me, you ever change your ways.
I could try.
You could never bend your will. You could never follow through. You could never bite your tongue, though your tongue be split in two. If you want to live your dreams, these are things you have to do. How could you change? You can't, not you.
I could change if I wanted to.
Could you practice self-control? Could you possibly be shy? Could you wear a corset tight in the heat of mid-July? These are rules you must obey, everyone which you defy. You'll never change. You won't, that's why. Yet somewhere deep within my heart I do believe you could captivate the world. If you could change, there is so much you could achieve. In time you would succeed and travel very far indeed. You could be beguiling, charming me, someone well-mannered, a model of grace. Learn the art of smiling.
That could be hard.
It isn't very hard for someone full of dreams like you. If you work, you'll find there's nothing you can't do.
So if I change, we'll go to Paris.
Change completely or don't waste my time.
If I change, you'll take me to Antwerp.
Gracious living will make you sublime.
If I change, you'll take me to Zurich.
Every city from Dublin to Glasgow.
Surely, with your guidance, I could learn to use feminine positively alone. I could be beguiling. I could learn to charm a donkey or chance to see the world. Learn the art of smiling. I could button up my mind and keep my thoughts perfumed and cold. Yes, I surely think I could.
If you could, that would be good.
There's nothing that I wouldn't suffer to see the world. I can do it if I try. I can do it by sheer will.
All you have to do is work to acquire any skill. These are things a girl must do when she has dreams she must fulfill. Change how you walk, change how you talk, change how you think, and how you are.
I'll hold my breath and hold my tongue. Do what it takes to travel far.
Yes, I could.
gowns.
You look very alluring.
I think the word is alarming, Marmy. Besides, look at Meg. She's the beauty. She'll be the most sought-after girl at the ball.
She doesn't want to, though.
Meg?
What will I do if someone asks me to dance?
Just smile and say,
I'd be delighted, then offer him your hand. Delighted, now let him take command. I'm hardly delighted, you're dancing like a candle. No, I cannot dance tonight. I'd be delighted, then you go, the music is entrancing.
exotic,
Hypnotic, the sound of the romancing. Delighted, and some of them are glancing.
people everywhere.
Elegance is there. How can I be sure they'll like me right there? I can see you dancing all night. I'd be delighted, so happy you're invited, completely delighted, maybe coach delighted, provided success has been decided.
I'm ready!
What are you doing?
I'm going to the ball.
I found this old dress and it almost fits.
It was mine,
Oh no, all it needs is a pretty sash. Besides, why shouldn't I go?
because you weren't invited.
I can go in your place.
In my place?
You don't care about good society, and I do.
I don't care about snobs. People who think they're better than you just because they have grander houses.
They do have grander houses.
Amy, that's enough.
But I want elegance and finer things, Marvel.
I want passion. I want to be noticed because I'm unique, not because of some silly sash.
Sashes aren't silly. Aunt March says the right accessories could be the key to a girl's success. Besides, I'd never go to a ball with scorch marks on the back of my dress.
What?
As big as your Amy.
Let's get my sewing basket.
Jill hates balls. She should stay in her musty old attic writing her dreadful little stories.
My stories aren't dreadful.
Nobody reads them and nobody likes them.
Well, I like them, and I'm sending this one off to a very prominent New York publisher.
And he'll hate it. Girl!
There, no, it's barely enough.
We've got to go. Yes. And I'll tell everyone how sweet enough you were to give me your beautiful fan. Good night, Beth, Marmy. If anyone calls for us, we're at the ball. Good night, everyone.
Girls, have a wonderful evening. Amy, think about what you said. And when Joe comes home, you can apologize. Now come, girls, get ready for them. Amy! Coming!
I shall remain poised and elegant. Brimming with confidence, I shall sit grandly. Oh, Christopher Columbus!
Excuse me.
You!
Me.
What are you doing here?
I'm passed out. Too much dancing, I guess.
Too much punch, I'd say.
Laurie? 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 Where have you been? I've been looking everywhere for you.
Mr. Brooke, I want you to...
Your grandfather would be furious. He wants you to meet some important people.
But I have. These are the March girls I've been telling you about. The ones from across the way. This is Meg, right?
Yes.
And this is Jo. She cuts our firewood on occasion. This is Mr. John Brooke, a scholar from Boston.
I'm Laurie's here. John, look.
Oh, sir, you've taken our dance cards.
Your dance cards. Oh, are these yours? Sorry. So, you're Margaret March?
Yes, I am.
It's a splendid party, isn't it?
It is. Quite lovely. So you're from Boston?
Actually, Maine.
I've never been to Maine.
You should go. It's a beautiful country. Very primitive.
I like primitive.
Really?
Mr. Brooke is a romantic.
Is that true?
Well, no. Eric cheats and Kelly, Keats and Shelley.
So do I.
You read Keats and Shelley?
All the time. Christopher Columbus.
You like to dance as much.
May, we were about to join the ladies in the salon. I'd be delighted, Mr. Brooke. Excuse us, Bill. Did you see that? He just...
hoping to see you.
Me?
I know I have no right, but sometimes late at night I watch you walk, pacing back and forth like a maniac. I've never met a girl like you. This is very nice, such a lovely party. The music sounds so thrilling. It makes a person feel like dancing. I'm very good with head when I'm out for dancing.
I don't dance. Besides, I've got a patch in the back of my dress.
Patch, you have a niece.
No!
I can't. That patch is so fashion. Just it's hot. I guarantee by next spring, every girl in Concord will be wearing a patch on her dress. Shit. Dream things to anything, please.
Mrs. March, Jumper, Laurie's today. We were dancing and the ankle may be sprained. Thank you. Good night.
This evening began very strangely, but ended magnificently. Good night.
Good night. Confidence?
It's nothing, Marmee. Tell us about the ball. I tried to do all of these ladylike things, Marmee, that went unnoticed, except by Mr. Lawrence's grandson, Laurie. And poor Meg, no one danced with her except for that pompous Mr. Brooke.
Excuse me. He danced divinely. I had a wonderful time. Actually, I had the best time of my life. I may have loved your girl, but I came home a woman.
A woman? What's she talking about? Meg?
Marmee.
Girls, off to bed now.
It's been a long day for all of us. Darling, look what I brought back for you. A chocolate.
Thank you, Joe. Amy. Good night, Marmee.
I'm sorry for the things I said.
And for you, Miss March, petticoats, a little squish but still elegant.
Thank you.
Coming, Joe? I'll be right there. I just want to put a few finishing touches on my story.
Don't be too long, and see that the fire is
Amy? Amy? Amy, where are you? Joe, what's happened? Amy?
Joe?
Amy?
Joe, what is it?
Amy! What did you do?
Nothing,
I was working on that story day and night.
I burned it.
What?
And I'm glad I did.
Amy?
I gotta choke you!
Oh, no! Go on, I bear my throat to you.
Joe, girls, stop it. Back to bed now. What's going to injure you both?
She burned my story.
Amy, what did you do?
She deserved it.
No, and Joe, no. Amy, she did not deserve it. You did an intolerable thing.
Marmee?
You destroyed what meant the world to Joe.
Joe has everything.
What do I have? I wear dresses with patches and I write stories that my sister burned.
You could have given me the invitation.
The invitation was meant for me.
Your time will come, Amy.
No, my time will never come. I'm always forgotten. I'm always last. I'm never invited anywhere. I have nothing special.
That's enough. Now both of you look at me. I can't demand you two love one another, but I do demand you live together with respect.
I hate the way I look. I hate this nightgown.
It's mine.
I want something that's mine. And I'll take back that fan. I'm so sorry, Joe.
It's not your fault. Though you did give birth to her.
Can't you see she wants to be like you? She wants to have what you have. She's just a child, Joe.
She is not a child. She's a demon in a child's body.
Joe, if I could bring back her story, I would.
My writing is everything to me, Marmee. It's who I am. It's my drive, my passion.
And that passion is still in you. Believe me, Joe, it's still there.
I'll never forgive her.
You're not wrong to feel anger, Joe. But if you build a wall between you and Amy, the one person you may end up hurting is yourself. And I can learn. Try it.
I can't sleep. I won't.
I will never fall asleep again, not for decades, no, not even then. My life was in this story. How could she be so cruel? How can so much be so lost so easily? I wrote my heart out ball, a spinster rejected by the world, attached golden braids to her hair.
Because a man needs an iron will if he's to succeed in this world, and this family will only suffer. Which one of the dreadful little monsters are you?
I'm Dreadful Beth.
Laurie said you're the one that wants to play my priceless piano. It's out of the question. The piano belonged to my daughter, Laurie's mother. It's been locked since she passed away, and that's how it shall stay. Are you afraid?
A little. It might have something to do with your face, sir. It's very hard.
I cannot help my hard face. Continue what you will play. Come now, I haven't all day. Are you going to play or not?
If they say, come with me off to Massachusetts, then to Massachusetts we will go. We will buy dishes there, maybe even 2 sets. Buy the finest china, then we'll dine on wine on princesses.
Well, go on.
We will build model boats off in Massachusetts, there in Massachusetts by the bay. Put them together and wait until the glue sets.
What's the matter now?
I don't remember the rest, sir.
While we wait, we'll poke up all the folk along the parapets.
Off,
To Massachusetts,
yes, we're off.
to where the shops are sweet.
We will play minuets off in Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts, Beacon Street. If you say
Off to
go
Massachusetts, then to Massachusetts,
we will go.
buy dishes there, maybe 2 sets. Buy the finest china, then the diamond wine princesses. Yes, we're off to Massachusetts.
Yes, we're
Yes,
off.
we're off to where the shops are sweet.
We will
Have no regrets off in Massachusetts, Boston, Massachusetts, we.
Boston, Massachusetts, we
Boston, Massachusetts, we repeat.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir.
Come visit me tomorrow. I'll find the key to that old piano, and we'll see if it's got the music left. Will you come?
Yes.
And when you see Laurie, tell him I wish to see him at once.
Meg! What is it, Beth? Mr. Lawrence was here. He invited me over to his house and to play his piano. Oh, he's really not as horrible as we imagined. Meg! Beth! Joe, what happened? She fell through the ice.
She was skating by the bridge and the ice gave way. I got to her just in time.
She's careless. She's rash. She just wanted to be with you. Here.
I was skating so beautifully.
You don't think. You know you're not supposed to skate by the bridge. Everyone knows the ice by the bridge is dangerous.
You didn't want me skating near you. I love your stories, Joe. I tried to write one to make up for what I did, but I couldn't think of anything to write. So I drew that picture of you with your beautiful hair.
And my big mouth.
You just ignored it.
You skated recklessly. If it wasn't for Laurie, you could have been killed.
Perhaps it would have been better if I had.
You must never talk like that. When the ice broke underneath you, all I could think was, I could have lost you.
Go on, Joe. Forgive her.
Oh, my
I think she
goodness,
deserves it.
everybody stop it. I was devastated when I burned my skin. I didn't understand how someone could do such a thing. Promise. Promise me you'll think of me as never an enemy, but a sister who loves you.
I promised you.
The March sisters forever.
Forever!
Forever!
Laurie who saved Amy and made this day possible, I want to declare before everyone, before the world, that on this day of forgiveness and joy, that you, Theodore Lawrence, who has valiantly lost all contests to me, I declare you our brother, the brother we never had. Stretch us your greatest oath of loyalty, and with this dazzling as your charm,
I swear I'll follow you like royalty.
from now on we are joined, and we shall not be parted. From this day on, it's all for one, and one for all for life.
Let us see tears.
Together we'll fail. We'll be fine forever from now on. And with just a swear for all eternity, our bond shall never be undone. Nothing shall sever this fraternity. We'll always live and die as one. From now on we are joined, and we shall not be parted. From this day on it's all for one, and one for all for life. Together we will fight. We'll be fine forever from now on. Speech to speech.
On this wonderful day,
It's wonderful. Never forget.
I am honored to
From this day on we swear that we shall not be parted. From this day on, no matter what, we're fine for all for life. We'll conquer every foe, our brother by our side. If John Brooke were here, he'd be our brother too.
exit love
We'll consider any friend.
to the end.
We'll be fine for all forever.
We'll be fine for all forever.
We'll be fine for all forever from now on and on and on. From now on.
Mrs. March, we must be getting to the station.
Amy, darling, are you ready? Amy, Aunt March will be here soon.
You don't want to miss your train.
Oh, I'm waiting for Joe. How can you left Amy?
You're doing the right thing.
I've never left my girls before.
Well, your husband has a motive, and he needs you with him in Washington.
I feel like I'm being torn in two. One part of me here and the other part.
I'll look in on the girls every day.
Thank you, Mr. Rose.
I'll just take this to the carriage. Good morning, Beth.
Morning, sir. I fixed you a basket of food.
Thank you, Beth.
Amy's almost ready.
Now go, get the rest of your things. Marmy, I'm sorry I'm so late. I did get the money, though. Thank you, Joel. I know how hard it is of you to ask her for money. I didn't ask her. I couldn't. So I went to the town common and tried to sell my stories, and when that didn't work, I sold my hair.
Whoa, Joe!
Oh, wow.
You're bald!
I'm not bald.
But your hair was your best feature.
She looks beautiful. Now Marmy will have enough money to make it to Washington safely and stay there as long as Father needs her. Here, $27.25. I threw in a few extra coins I had stashed away.
You shouldn't have done this, Joe. I'm so
Disappointed.
proud. It was a very courageous thing to do. Thank you.
Your carriage is ready, Mrs. March.
Joe. You look different.
Mrs. March, we must hurry if we want to make it to your train.
By next summer, I guarantee every girl will be wearing her hair.
Laurie. Come, let me hold my face.
You've never been parted before. I feel awful.
Don't worry. Meg and I will look after everything.
Margaret! Do make certain your husband recovers.
Yes, Aunt March. Amy, tell Aunt March how excited you are. I'm so excited to be living with you while Marmy's in Washington.
Naturally.
No plum trees. And no tears. I'll be back as soon as possible. After overall so fast. Thank you, Aunt March. Goodbye.
And you'll tell Father how much I miss him and love him?
Josephine! What have you done?
I sold my hair so that Marmy would have enough money to make it to Washington.
You did what? I've told you if you need money, come to me.
I was hoping to earn my own money.
Cutting one's hair and selling like a beggar is not an option, poor lady. You look like a shorn sheep. Have you forgotten our contract?
I never forget it. Traveling, seeing Europe, Paris, London.
You don't live up to your part of the bargain. Why should I live up to mine?
I tried to live up to my part of the bargain. I went to the ball. I read books on etiquette. I danced with Meg and I improved my manners. And I've held my tongue in several situations when I wanted to scream out. I've got a fire in me, Aunt March.
Well, we'll see just how far this fire takes you now. And see what doors this fire will open. And see what society thinks of your fire.
To hell with society.
Josephine!
We do not live for society. We live for what we have in each other. We live to expand our minds, fulfill our dreams, engage in passionate exchanges.
That's enough! You think you know everything, and you know nothing. As for you, you can forget it. Yours was meant for someone a little more understanding of its rewards.
Aunt March.
The subject is closed.
The subject is not closed. And if it is, I'll open it up again. I'll go to Europe. I will. I'll go to Europe if I have to swim there. Hello, John.
Nice haircut, Joe.
And my hair will grow back.
And who is this man?
Laurie's tutor and a friend.
Well, tell your friend his visit should be brief. Amy, collect your things. I'll be waiting for you in the carriage. I have plans for you.
Yes, ma'am. John, what have you done?
I've enlisted. I couldn't stand by any longer. Your own father is in the Army hospital in Washington. I have friends. I have friends on the return.
When did you leave?
Tonight. Hey. Meg, I'm not a rich man. And I'm not particularly handsome either.
Oh, you're very handsome, John.
Really? I'm not the most wisest man in the world.
You're very wise.
Thank you. Ned. Margaret.
If you will find it in your heart, if you could love me as I love you, if only you care for we are apart, then I could be rich, I could be wise, I could be more than I am.
Wait for your return. Wait for your
If
return.
you will wait till I am gone, if you imagine me here with you, if only you care if I carry on, then I could be strong,
Why must you go?
I could be brave,
Don't be too brave.
I could be more
Only come home.
than I am. If you will say you love me enough to marry me, I will come home and love you all my life. And I would be more than I am. Say yes, more than I am.
I'll marry you tomorrow. I'll marry you today. Come home and I will love you for all of my life. I
I
swear
swear to you now with all my heart, I swear I will love you as you love me. From this moment
though we'll be apart, I will be more
I will be more
than I am. With you, I am more than
Every day. Twice a day. 5 times a day.
It's settled. What? We'll all go to Europe. And why shouldn't we go? Here we are, young women, taking care of ourselves, and it's time we looked ahead. I'll get a real job, and we'll save our pennies. I've worked out our itinerary. We'll go to Spain first, Madrid, then to Rome, visit the Vatican, and have an audience with the Pope. It's a wonderful idea, isn't it?
Joe, I'm engaged. John proposed and I accepted.
Meg, that is so romantic! She's engaged! Oh, have a big wedding on March since they're very fashionable.
I know she's waiting for you. I'll come visit you later.
Goodbye, everyone.
What about our promise to remain together? We made that a long time ago, Joe. I haven't changed. I never make a promise one day and then break it another. I love him. So you love him. I'm talking about us. Our future as a family is at stake. I told you I'm going to become a famous writer.
I know.
I'll give you everything you've ever dreamed of.
But if she loves him, Joe.
I do. With all my heart and soul.
Lost me. You haven't lost me.
Lost
my trip to Europe. You'll make it there someday, Joe. I know you will. You can do anything. You can make the clouds disappear.
It's you who can make the clouds disappear.
Come, walk with me and tell me all about your adventures today. Well, I sold my hair.
Yes. And before that, I stood in the town common, and when nobody paid attention to me, I cried out, "Joe March is here!" and began to recite my story.
Carlotta, the mad woman in the attic, a creature of God, a spinster rejected by the world. Joe! Joe March! Her eyes beady red, her hair ghastly white. Joe, it's your best friend, Theodore Lawrence III! Her fingers clutched with rage as she went out into the wretched night, searching for her first victim.
Laurie, it's so good to see you. You have not been here in weeks.
I was in Boston. I have heard news.
What news?
With the war over, my father insisted I get on with my life. He's enrolled me in school.
What?
I'm going just in time for the summer session.
That's wonderful news.
What's wonderful about it? Leaving my best friend in the whole world.
I'll admit, it won't be the same in Concord without seeing your silly grin every day.
I don't want to go.
But you've got to. This is an incredible opportunity. College, I'd go in a minute. I'd study everything.
What do you need of schools? You're going to be a famous writer.
Famous.
I need to tell you something.
Tell me something.
Ever since that day that I first saw you, do you remember that day?
Of course.
The day that you chopped down grandfather's cherished tree. I knew from that moment that we would be magnificent together.
We are magnificent together.
My sweet Joe, for days, weeks, months, this whole year actually, I've wanted to.
What was that?
A kiss.
I know it was a kiss.
It was my first kiss. I've thought about it a long time. We could live a million dreams, but only if we dare. We could go to such extremes, so much we could share.
What's gotten into you?
Here, I took part of my inheritance, and I bought you this ring.
A ring? What are you talking about, Laurie?
I want to marry you.
Marry me?
I practiced saying the words over and over again in my head. Marry me.
No! Find someone else. Find some accomplished girl.
I don't want an accomplished girl. I want you.
You can't have me.
Just say think about it.
There's nothing to think about.
You'll marry.
I won't. I'll never marry.
You will. Just not me. That's what you're really saying.
Laurie.
You'll find someone.
Please, go.
You knew all along how I felt. Everybody knew.
You know all along how I am, how I feel. I bared my soul to you, Laurie. Please, go.
Joe.
Laurie, just leave. Who's he? Who's he with this marry me? This ring and this marry me? The nerve, the gall. This is not what was meant to be. How could you ruin it all? Those two words. I thought I knew him, but that he knew me. When did it change? What did I miss? The kiss, when I thought all along that we were meant to forge frontiers. How could I be so wrong? And how I need my sisters here. If I can't share my dreams, what were they for?
No, Mrs. Kirk, I have not seen the whereabouts of Miss March.
Helga! Do we have enough sheets for the new butlers?
Since the war ended, Professor, people have been coming from everywhere.
Miss March?
What is it, Mrs. Kirk?
Miss March received a telegram. Telegram, Professor. She may have inherited a great deal of money. Or she could be an heiress. Then again, it could be a terrible tragedy. There is no telling. As her good friend, I think you'd be concerned for her.
No, we are not good friends. We are simply acquaintances.
Oh, I say.
Helga!
You and others in this household are under the impression that Miss March and I have some sort of kinship. We have simply gone places together.
The theater?
Yes, I took her to see Hamlet.
Why, what a pathetic tale it is.
Very pathetic. And I've given her 3 German lessons.
3? That man?
Well, and I've taken her to lectures, to the park to hear speakers. But Miss March always wants to know I exist. She's preoccupied and flies past me like the wind.
Mrs. Kirk, I was the professor.
The Heimlich garden.
Guten Tag.
Guten Tag, Miss March. The word is Tag. Guten Tag means good day.
I know what it means, but when you taught it to me, you said Guten Tag.
I would never say take.
Well, I'm sure you did.
Well, I'm sure I didn't.
Fine. Guten Tag. And it is a wonderful Guten Tag, Professor. An amazing Guten Tag. And I have some wonderful news.
I came to New York on a train. I knew it might take me a while, but all I've been hearing since I arrived is leaving right there on the pile. So today I woke up and decided it's time to achieve, time to thrive, time to climb.
Well, Miss March, tell us what happened.
Sometimes when you dream, your dream is just a guess. Sometimes when you work really hard, you don't know if you'll ever find success. So I grabbed a story to sell and got ready to raise hell. Then I marched at the door and headed by the weekly volcano press.
Henry Dashwood, he's a man of taste.
Dashwood was a fiend. He sneered at my distress, tossed my story high in a stack, but I was determined I would progress. I said, sir, I'll wait while you read, but alas, he disagreed. So I jumped on a chair and read it right there in the weekly volcano press.
What?
Keep away from me, you wretch! I cannot keep away. Your beauty draws me. Your passion ignites me.
It's more of a horror. It's the bloodbath.
That's the one, but I took to heart what you said, and I embellished. I made it better. I've got to have you. I defy you to take. Let me buy you. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Let go. Rodrigo appears in magnificent splendor. Why you? I am destined. Your bitterness. Dashwood was aghast, but I could not care less. Words I spoke in the night air, I felt like a gushing lioness. It's when Dashwood started to shout, and I thought he'd throw me out. But the night was severe and a forest appeared in the weekly volcano press. The forest is dark and scary. Clarissa enters, fearful of what fate awaits her. She comes to a fork in the road and stops. Which way do I go? I can't help but choose. Like a sacrifice. Give me something, dear. These clothes are nice. Without these clothes, what will we be? Perhaps the highest dollars here. I can't. You'll never know your destiny unless you live out awaits you there.
The path is perilous. She avoids swamps. She loses her footing. Her shoes tumble off. The sleeve of her dress gets caught on a twisted limb. She comes to wild rapids and can go no further.
How do I get across?
A troll appears.
If you want to cross, you must pay me. I've a boat that can get you there alive. I see you wear a necklace that holds a pretty jewel. My price to get across is what you're wearing around your neck. Oh, how it's glittering sweet. I really want to put this. It prospects are so bleak. You'll never know what wisdom is until you give up all your riches. It's yours, not from your distant shores. I'll take you to your fate. Boys' dreams were true, extraordinary ways. Suddenly a day can be so amazing, and sometimes when you burn it, and someone else feels the flame you always knew was there.
Stop, please!
Stop!
Cannot give a time for some assistance.
I have nothing left to give.
Give me your time.
My fate awaits me.
Can you not care for me? It's been years since I felt the touch of another hand.
Take mine. And take my shine, my husband's.
You have now completed your journey. My sword is yours. It will protect you against your enemies. You may now return to the course. Your fate is in your hands.
And raced to the moors where she called. I have returned to Braxton. I will free the moors of your tyranny. Fight me.
I always knew you'd come back. They always do.
Clarissa thrusts. She parries. She backs at Braxton and pins him against a tree. She leaps up on a craggy rock. Her sword swishing and swooshing. Never has she been more determined in her life. She is on fire. Pity she hadn't taken dueling lessons. Out of nowhere, who should return but the long-forgotten Rodrigo?
This is your end, villain. I waited a lifetime to destroy you.
Who are you?
I am your worst nightmare, Braxton. I am her sister.
And then Dash got on his knees, crying, "Sell this to me, please."
This much!
Then he ordered for more. Now I'm writing for the Weekly Volcano Press. I'm waiting for the I'm ready to take you down all the secret song of yours and
Smart. I am, what is the word?
Amazed?
Flabbergasted. And delighted.
You were right, Professor.
About what?
Everything. I am going to become a published writer. $15 and $25 more for my commission. You are rich. I feel rich. Do you dance, Professor?
No.
Neither do I. But today I could.
We should celebrate your success, Miss March. Have you been to the Broadway Gardens?
Are you asking me to dinner, Professor?
No. Yes.
I should like that. Miss March, I almost forgot in all the excitement. This telegram came for you. More good news, I suspect.
Open it, Miss March.
I will. I will open it. Today I could do anything. I could start a revolution. I could... What is it, Miss March?
Is it not good news?
Dear God, my sister Beth has contracted scarlet fever and is gravely ill. I must go to her immediately. I'm sorry, dear. Sorry for you and your family.
Is there anything we can do?
No, thank you. Mrs. Kirk, hug your rose. They'll be fine. Tell them to keep you. I will. Thank you both. Forever.
Miss March, I would like to accompany you.
Accompany me?
You should not travel alone.
I've traveled here alone, and I'm not afraid. I shall go on.
Miss March, you will be back?
Of course.
Miss March. Will Gluck.
Yes. I will need good luck. Your simple acquaintance is leaving you, Professor.
Yes.
Time to get up, Mr. Felix. Get off the sofa.
A little more, John. Keep pushing. Heavy piece of wood, isn't it?
Mine is a feather, sir.
And Beth knows nothing.
Joe has seen everything.
There. That's it.
Yes.
At last, it's found a home.
It's a beauty, sir. I'll let Joe know.
John, wait. The flowers.
It's magnificent. But Mr. Lawrence, you shouldn't have.
But I did, and enough said.
Joe? Joe.
She's ready.
It's been nice.
Meg? Beth? Where are you taking me? You'll see. Is it Amy? Is she back?
It's not Amy, and she's not back yet.
Well, what is it?
Patience. There.
Mr. Lawrence?
Over here.
Your piano?
No, Beth. Yours.
Mine? Oh, Marty, no.
There was no argument with him.
But why, sir?
Because it just kept calling. Where's that dreadful remark?
Go sit at it, Beth.
Thank you, Mr. Lawrence. I shall treasure it.
Play something for us, Beth. Sounds good.
I forgot to tell you. I received a letter from Laurie this morning. He had been in New York.
Laurie was in New York?
He didn't come see you?
No.
I'm so sorry. He was in such a bad way, moping about the house for weeks. I insisted he go do some work for me and then go to Europe and enjoy himself. And guess who we met up with in Florence?
Who?
Amy and your Aunt Marge. Miss Marge. There.
It'd be an honor, sir.
Say, come with me, I'll
wife is very frail, but I know I have it in me to make her better. I've decided to take her and my mother to Cape Cod, to Falmouth for a few days. Given all that is happening here, I do not know when I can return to New York. I miss it. I miss those volatile walks in the parks we have. Those shout friends.
Change the world.
I
too would like to change the world. Yes, of course. And how are you, sir? She asks how I am, and so how am I? My days are the usual days. I wake up, I go out, time goes by. My days are exactly the days I have lived since arriving here. In fact, how I am is amazing, it comforts me year by year. I work and I eat. Life is muffins and jam. The house is nice and quiet now. That is how I am. 5 years in these rooms, reading Hegel and Kant. My mind is devoted to thoughts on the meaning of life. What more could I want? So why is it lately I find I'm uneasy all through the night? And why even now does my skin feel explosive as dynamite? Why does my heart pound like a battering ram? How can she ask me how I am? How I am is fine. Dear Miss Moss, there is nothing dramatic or new to report. This will be short. Morning and evening I live in my usual way. On the day you return, you will see for yourself. Tell me, Miss March, are you happy so far from the clangings of meter on turbulent street? Quite often I think of our days in New York. Of course, as you went, I've been quite content. I think in the morning and all that I hear is the absence of sound. Yes, my peace is disturbed. I thought to the life for myself in these rooms, but now I'm around me and I'm like blooms. You asked her to come and to go and to leave me like that. And now she expects me to send her a note with words if I spoke that would stick in my throat. You asked her to change how I do, how I think, how I go to my daily routine. I give lessons, I fade. Time goes by. It plainly I find is a pleasure in humming a silly tune. And sometimes I go to the park and I sit there all afternoon. Some evenings I swear I can hear a door slam. The house is far too quiet now. That is how I am.
Joe, with her wee little baby earnings, as she calls it, has brought us.
I'm so happy to be here. Promise me that whatever's going on with you, will continue to fight. Look at what I got!
A kite for my bed. I told the man I wanted all of the colors of the rainbow for the tail.
That is the most beautiful kite I have ever seen.
I shall leave you.
No,
Stay. I'll go write a letter to Father and tell him how beautiful the cake
or waltzing camels, dancing horses, and sometimes you see them right out of the street corner. And the museums and the theaters back everywhere.
And the women. Are they shameless?
Some of them, anyway. It's an amazing place, Becky. I'm going to take you there.
To New York?
We'll dine at the best restaurants, see Shakespeare ride the omnibus, and mingle with some of the savory characters.
Joe, I have something for you. Mommy says that the shell is over 1,000 years old, and I believe that once upon a time it had an amazing life. If you put it to your ear, it talks to you.
What does it say?
It says, we grow up too fast. You're one of the world now. I'm so proud of you, Joe.
When you were first born, not an hour old, I told Marmee,
That is mine.
everyone has something special in the world, and I have you. My sweet Beth, give me a task to do.
Let's pretend we're riding on a kite. Let's imagine we're flying through the air.
We'll ascend until we're out of sight. Light as paper, we'll soar.
Let's be warm, high above the sun. Feel the wind, without our command. Let's enjoy the view at Neverland.
Floating far from the shore.
Some things are meant to be. The clouds will be vast and free.
The sun on a silver sea.
A sky that's bright and blue, and some things will never end.
The thrill of our magic ride.
The love that I feel inside for you.
We'll fly high beyond the break of day.
Sleep on stardust and dine on bits of moon.
You and I will find the Milky Way. We'll be mad
and explore. We'll recline
above the breeze, door about, sail on with ease.
pass the days,
Doing only as we please. That's what living is for.
Can I tell you a secret? Anything. I never made plans about what I would do when I grow up, and I'm not afraid to die. The hardest part, Joe, is leaving you.
I won't let it happen. You'll get better. You will.
Some things are meant to be. The tide turning endlessly. The way it takes hold of me. No matter what I do. But some things will never die. We promise you more. Your memories when I'm gone from you.
you see the look I gave the coachman? His impertinence. He caught every bump on the road. One must always be civil to a coachman, Amy. You must respect those who have the reins until you wrench the reins from them. Yes, Aunt March. Joe! Marty! You know, Aunt March, I think I know Lady. Meg! When did this house get so small? As we grow round, Amy, the world around us often diminishes in size. I have known you almost disappeared before my very eyes. You're such a dear, Aunt March. Thank you for everything. I don't listen to that wretched coachman. Remember, Aunt March, respect those who have the reins. Very good. Amy? Meg! Oh, you're so lucky. Look at you. You're a mother now. Twins. I can't believe it. Neither can I. Amy? Marty, look, my baby is home. You're all grown up. I am. I really am. I feel older and sophisticated. You can't imagine all the experiences I've had. Wherever I was, I think if only Meg were here. If only Joe, if only... Ben. Amy. I was so sorry I wasn't here to say goodbye to her. I cried for weeks and I couldn't stop. Aunt March said I was being unreasonable, but my heart was breaking enough to be here with her.
Beth understood.
Joe!
She said to tell Amy not to fret.
Did she really say that?
You would have been proud of her till the very end.
I bought this metronome for her. The man said there wasn't any other like it. Where did we get this magnificent piano?
Mr. Lawrence gave it to Beth.
It's so good to be home. In our dear house. Come, Amy, show us what you brought back. It's a king's ransom. I have so many things to tell you all. I ate frogs, actual frogs. Oh, and how is John? Is he still romantic? More so. I knew it. Men are so amazing.
It's almost everything.
Laurie,
Joe.
I hadn't realized you were coming back as well.
Yes, I was helping to save Joe.
You look different.
I do. I'm taller, and yourself.
It was so good of you to comfort Amy and Aunt March after our loss of them.
When I heard the news, I was devastated. I wanted to come visit you in New York. I thought of it.
I don't blame you, Laurie. It was so cruel, so unfeeling.
You said what you felt.
Guess what? I sold a story.
You did? I always had that sort of faith in you, Joe.
You always did.
I've learned something about myself.
What's that?
I was never meant to fly on gold wings.
Who is?
You.
Me?
You, Joe. You were meant to soar. Me, I was meant for more mundane things. I've decided to go into my grandfather's business. I know it's the last thing in the world I would have thought for myself. But I'm kind of interested in the prospects. I should be wily and shrewd.
Lord, there you are.
Amy?
Did you tell Joe?
Tell me what?
The most amazing thing.
Really quite a thing.
You tell her.
You tell me.
All right. I'll tell her. We were under the bridge of sighs, under Italian sky.
She was singing lullabies.
I never meant for it to happen like this. I always considered Laurie as yours.
He's never been mine. He's always been one of us.
Joe, I bought this for you. It's a book of my drawings. I drew all the things you should have seen, all the palaces and castles and mountains. I want you to have them.
Amy, I can't.
Yes, you can. We'll be close, Joe. That will never change. Never.
Amy,
Thank you. Your drawings are beautiful.
I'd never know heartbreak. How I wish I could change the way things went. I wanted nothing but goodness. I wanted reason to prevail, not despair and I wanted days of plenty. I refuse to feel tragic. I am
Several days before Christmas, the girls sat about the parlor and grumbled about the fact. Meg, the oldest and most romantic, said, "It's not fair how some girls have pretty things, while we have nothing." "It won't be Christmas without presents," said Amy with her usual pout. "And we haven't got Father to read to us," said Joe, who yearned to travel and write great books. Only Beth, sitting contented, said, in a tone so sweet, even angels would have listened. "But we've got each other." Everything I promised them is here. All of us the way we used to be. We will always have each other. They will always be the fire in my heart. Here I go, and there's no turning back. My great adventure has begun. I may be small, but I've got giant plans to shine as brightly as the sun. Here in all the smallest details of the past, here in this attic, suddenly life is something fast. The four of us, forever here at last, as unexpected as can be, astonishing.
This day will be magnificent. Soon Laurie and Amy will be in wedded bliss.
Meg, I cannot be married looking like this. This dress is not Treybeau.
The dress is very Treybeau.
Why did I choose white for the flowers?
Amy, come, let me finish your hair.
I made all the wrong decisions for the wedding, Mommy. The flowers, this dress.
You look like a Madonna.
Merci, John. It was all Laurie's idea to have the wedding at our petite maison. And I came to my home alone, nothing. Why is she speaking French?
Horace,
John!
you were inspiring.
John, Father's telegram said we'd be arriving at noon. You must go meet him at the station.
3 sets of dishes, 2 sets of silver, 16 chairs, 4 cut glass bowls, and all flowers from my conservatory. I have joyfully been divested of all of my worldly possessions.
Who is Amy?
You're not to see her for the wedding.
Grandfather, here's the champagne you asked for.
I'll take that. I'm off to the train station. Come, let's have a cigar before the ceremony. How are you feeling? Ready to be a bridesmaid?
My life has never felt more complete. And the rain's held up.
Josephine! Where is Josephine?
I'll look like her.
And tell Amy I wish to talk to her about proceeding line etiquette. We have the Cream of Common Society to arrive at any moment.
I understand you wanted to talk to me?
I I will.
Not March.
Meg will inherit most of the money as Amy is making her way into society and wants needy of it. And as for you,
I don't want anything.
I know you don't want it. And yet you want everything. Josephine, every girl, every woman needs something to fall back on when times are bleak. I'm leaving you my house.
Your house?
Do something worthwhile with it, like a library or a school.
Very generous of you, Aunt March. Thank you.
I don't like that dress. It's not a girl dress. It looks better on me.
There's a strange man at the front gate asking for you.
This is a surprise.
I know. You thought I'd never come north unless you come visit you. Nobody knows how to do it. I did it. I am here. Oh, should I go?
No, no,
I am not intruding?
you're not intruding. I'll introduce you.
No, not yet.
So, how's Mrs. Kirk?
Oh, as impossible as ever.
And the boarders?
As strange as ever.
And you?
Me? The same.
You look...
Old, I know, nearly 50.
He's 34.
35.
And you had a birthday.
Yes, they threw a party for me. I get sick. I do not like parties. I brought back your manuscript. It was so good of you to send it to me. A novel?
Forgive me for presuming, Professor.
Oh, it touched me deeply, Miss March. I saw you on every page. I felt your voice. I saw your spirit. It was amazing, Miss March.
No, Amy said anything. Now she's talking about changing her veil. Oh, excuse me.
This is my sister Megan. This is Professor Bear.
Oh, I recognize you now from your sister's book.
So, you're the one she lets read it.
I'll be right there.
I've come at a bad time.
No, it's just a wedding.
A wedding.
I often think about you, Professor. I wonder how you are doing.
I bought a kite.
Bought a kite.
Yes, soon after you left, I bought a kite and took it to the park. I never had a kite. You know, you were right to think I was old.
No.
I was old. But since we meet, everything's been different. Everyone's noticed, my students even. They say, Professor Bear, you are smiling today. Miss March. Joe. We are not at all alike. We have our differences. May I be blunt?
Be blunt, by all means.
I think perhaps it looks like rain.
The sky gets bluer by the hour.
The water falls in little drops.
That's why it's called a sun shower.
And now it stops.
About to be blunt.
If I say rain, then you say sun. If I say yes, then you say no. It seems before we start, we're done. We even argue at hello. If I say share with me this small umbrella.
I say, who cares if I get wet?
We are as different as the morning and the night.
No, we're as different as the winter and
common. Love would be like a small umbrella in the rain. Christopher Columbus!
But this will be a rival suit. I want a family gathered in the park. And who are you? This is my Aunt March, and this is Professor Bear.
Call me Fritz.
Fritz? Is that your name?
Did I not tell you?
No. What? Bring in Fritz. You're saying Fritz.
When people discover passion, they've come upon something rare. This fervor they have in common, who shelters them anywhere. All the rest may be rough. With such passion to share, I think we have more than enough. Enough to make a marriage if we dare.
You're proposing?
No? Yes. I don't need today. Or tomorrow. A week. A month. A year. 2 years even. I'm a patient man.
I won't be sweet. Won't be too good.
This I prefer. This I adore.
I'll speak my mind. You can be sure.
I'll be enchanted to the core.
If I say, let me share your small umbrella.
I'll say, who cares if we get wet?
We'll be as different as a husband and a wife.
Oh, they'll be as different as a woman and a man.
We'll find our way through life.
We'll disagree the best we can.
And yet,
You'll make me smile, you'll make me laugh, you'll make me care. How can I explain inside my heart I feel a pain when you're not there? Though we are not at all alike, you make me feel alive.
yes, we have that in common.
That one small thing in common. Love is like a small umbrella in the rain. I have good news for you. I showed your novel to Henry Dashwood.
You did what?
It was wrong with me, I know, but I could not resist. Horrid man, Dashwood, stubborn and blunt to a fault.
What did he say?
Well, he misses the blood and guts. He said it's a bit long, but he likes the Four Sisters, specifically the outspoken one. He wants to publish it,
He said that?
if it's all right with you.
Joel, you need to move on. Hurry! This is a good friend of mine. Professor Fritz Bear. He's come to stay with us for a while. We're thinking of starting a school together.
A school?
Maybe not today or tomorrow, but eventually. Welcome, Professor. Come, meet our family.
Sometimes when you dream, your dreams come true in extraordinary ways. Suddenly a day can be so amazing. And sometimes when you yearn, you burn the air. And then you are not the same.
Joe, we are all waiting for you.